What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something with Pokemon that I've never really talked about on this channel, and that is the Pokemon anime. Now, growing up as a kid, I watched the Pokemon anime a lot, but eventually I just got to a point where I didn't really keep up with it as much anymore. I think the Sinnoh anime was the last one where I remember watching every episode, all the way up until Sinnoh League Victors. That was the last one I remember watching everything. But then after that, the Gen 5 anime with Black and White, I remember just watching a couple of episodes here and there. Gen 6 is only just a few episodes, and then after that I kind of just stopped with Gen 7 and Gen 8 and everything, so I don't really know too much about what's going on. However, I do know a couple of my YouTube friends and just people on Twitter and stuff are talking about it sometimes, so I do still see some stuff that's happening in the anime to kind of get an idea, but I'm not watching all of the episodes. That's why whenever people would ask me stuff about the anime, I would just tell you to go to my friend the Pokerav, who covers the Pokemon anime in much better detail than I could. So that's pretty much how I've kind of been with the anime. However, there's a really big announcement that happened with the Pokemon anime today, and I feel like I kind of have to talk about this even if I don't watch the Pokemon anime now. And that is that they announced that there's going to be an ending chapter to Ash and Pikachu's journey, and that there's actually going to be new Pokemon protagonists, and that they're really wrapping up everything with Ash and Pikachu. So this is just an insanely crazy announcement because Ash and Pikachu have been around for 25 plus years, and to see it all finally come to an end, it just feels kind of crazy because we've always kind of joked about how Ash Ketchum never ages. He's always remained 10 years old even when we grow up. He's always still 10 in every new generation that he goes to. But the fact that this is actually going to end Ash's journey now, and they're actually going to conclude it with something else, it's just really kind of weird. It kind of feels like a part of my childhood is now disappearing because Ash, even though I don't watch the anime anymore, I always remember him, and he's always such a recognizable character. It's really crazy to me, so I do kind of want to talk about this because we do have more details kind of about exactly how everything is going to work, so I do want to give my thoughts about it as well, and see what you guys are also thinking about it on Twitter. Now, real quick before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am having a special giveaway for the holidays as a thank you for all the support that you guys have given me throughout this year. So I'm going to be giving away a digital download code for any Nintendo Switch game, and all you got to do to enter is click the link below in the description or the pinned comment, and you can enter to win any Nintendo Switch game that you want, whether it's a game that came out this year, an old one that's already been out for a while, or even an upcoming game like Tears of the Kingdom, in which I'll just give you a pre-order code when it's available. The giveaway is open worldwide, and it does end at the end of the month, so definitely click the link below and enter for a chance to win. So going into everything, it says here that there's going to be a short series consisting of 11 episodes, which is going to be the final chapter or the final arc of Ash and Pikachu's journey, which is going to be starting next month in January of 2023. Now, I have seen some people saying that they feel like 11 episodes is too short to kind of have enough to wrap up everything, and I mean, I don't know, I feel like they can definitely do it because a lot of stuff kind of has already wrapped up with kind of the new anime that's kind of been going on with Pokemon journeys and stuff. I haven't been keeping up with it, but I have seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about it and everybody, and it seems like there was a whole champion tournament where Ash was facing off against Cynthia and characters like that, and he beat Leon, so apparently now Ash is a champion. So they've already kind of done that where he's become a very strong and powerful trainer. So I feel like these 11 episodes are probably just going to go much more into kind of an epilogue style type of kind of referring to what he's going to do after and kind of reflecting on everything that he's done. I don't know exactly what they could do. There's a lot of potential, but I definitely do feel like they can get a lot across in those 11 episodes, so I'm definitely not worried about that personally. Now, I've also heard that there's another Ash and Pikachu episode, which is going to be in an alternate universe, but it's going to be made by the original 1997 team that made the original Pokemon anime. So that's really cool, and I think they show some promotional artwork or material for that. And in one of those pictures, a lot of people are thinking that one of the characters might actually be Ash's dad, and that would be insane because we never did get to see Ash's dad. I think they've talked about him maybe in some episodes of the anime. I'm not too sure about it, but I know they've never shown him. We've only just seen his mom, so it would be really cool if they do wrap up Ash's journey by finally showing his family together and you get to see his mom and dad. That would be really cool, so I guess we'll have to see what kind of happens with that. Now, a lot of people are also wondering what this is going to mean for Team Rocket, because of course Jesse, James, and Meowth, their whole motive was always to go after Ash and his friends and capture Pikachu and bring it to their boss, but if Ash is no longer going to be a part of the anime, then what are these characters going to do now? Are they going to go after the brand new Gen 9 characters? I don't really know, so that's going to be interesting to see as well. This whole announcement was just something that I wasn't expecting to see this morning, and I have so many different feelings about it. Like, on one hand, I gotta give them a lot of respect for actually changing out the protagonist of the Pokemon anime and retiring Ash. Like, Ash has become such a recognizable, iconic character within Pokemon over the so many years that he's been a part of the Pokemon anime, so the fact that they're actually taking him out is kind of insane because he's such a profitable character for Pokemon 2, where there's so much merch with Ash on it. You've had like Pokemon pencils and Pokemon notebooks and Pokemon backpacks, a lot of stuff with Ash on it. Actually, I remember in elementary school, I had an Ash Ketchum pencil case where it had like Ash on it, and then I think a Charizard, a Pikachu, a Blastoise. It was really cool, and you could use it to keep all your pencils and erasers and stuff. And it's just crazy that all of that type of stuff now, I mean, it's still going to exist, but like Ash isn't going to be like super important anymore because he's no longer going to be a part of the Pokemon anime. But at the same time, I'm also so disappointed and very sad because even though I don't watch the anime anymore, Ash was just such an important character in my life, and I remember always wanting to try to be like him and trying to get the same Pokemon as him and trying to be like a really strong trainer, and I always looked up to him when I was a kid as well, and I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. So it does kind of feel like a part of your childhood is being erased or like taken away from you now that Ash is no longer going to be an important part. But at the end of the day, I am very kind of interested to see what direction everything is going to go. And to be honest, I do feel like that this is a perfect time to retire Ash from the Pokemon anime if they want to. I feel like everything does kind of make sense too, especially because of how he did beat Leon and how now he is a Pokemon champion. It would make a lot of sense now for him to kind of retire because he's kind of achieved that goal already of becoming such a strong, powerful, commendable trainer. Where like it's always kind of been funny that we've joked about for so many years where Ash becomes so strong within like a certain anime, and then once they get to the next one they always kind of reset everything, and it's really kind of funny how weak Ash becomes again because they got to start everything from scratch again. Like I remember with like the Sinnoh anime, you had Sinnoh League victors where Ash was in the Sinnoh League and his Pikachu was out here taking on like Latios and Darkrai from this character Tobias, and then as soon as the Gen 5 anime starts with Pokemon Black and White, this character Trip gets like a Snivy, a fresh new level 5 Snivy, and then beats the crap out of Pikachu. And I was just like, bro, how does that make sense? You were taking down Latios like a couple episodes ago. So that was so funny to me, but I feel like that wouldn't really work now too if they make him a champion now with this anime and then try to kind of reset everything with like the Gen 9 anime and having Ash go to Paldea and everything. So honestly, I feel like this does make a lot of sense. Now, we've also gotten a glimpse of the brand new Generation 9 anime and the protagonists which are going to be a part of it. So you can see right here in this artwork, you've got this one boy and this one girl, as well as all the Generation 9 starters, which are going to be a part of the Paldea anime. So it'll be interesting to see if it's just going to be these two characters who are going to be going on the adventure together, or if they're going to be getting companion partners with them who are going to be joining alongside. I would really hope to see Iono there. That would be super cool. That would actually kind of make me want to watch because she's one of my favorite characters from Gen 9. But honestly, if they have like other characters, or even if it's just these two characters, it will be really kind of cool to see what they decide to do with these two characters now that it's going to be an anime without Ash. Now, one thing that people have noticed with this girl character is that the hairpin that she uses is very reminiscent of the exact same symbol that Ash had on his very original Kanto cap. So a lot of people now have some crazy theories about who this girl actually is. I've already seen some insane ones where people think that she's going to be the daughter of Ash and Serena and that Ash is going to be like her father or something. I don't think that the Pokemon anime would go to that extent, but I did see another interesting theory which I actually really like, and I hope that this is the one that they go for, which is basically that there's going to be a time skip from the time that Ash's journey is ending and this new Paldean one starts with Generation 9s, and during this time skip, like after that, Ash has become just a very recognizable, popular, iconic character, and it's because of that that he's become like a role model for a lot of these types of trainers who are starting out their journeys, and that's why this girl is going to be looking up to him, and she really likes Ash a lot, and because of that, she uses his symbol as like a hairpin. That would be so incredible. And then I also saw my friend Ultima on Twitter say something really cool, which is, you guys remember the original episode 1 that happened for the Pokemon anime opened up with the video game intro of the Gengar against the Nidorino? What if it opens up with Ash and Leon's battle, and then it goes into like the brand new protagonist characters looking up to Ash and watching his champion battle against Leon? That would be insane, man. That would make me so happy and emotional. I don't know if they would do that, but I mean, I've already just seen a lot of crazy things that people are thinking. Now, I tweeted about this on my Twitter as well, so let's take a look at my Twitter and see what you guys are saying. I asked you guys how you feel about Ash leaving the Pokemon anime and the new protagonist. So yeah, here's the tweet right here. I said, I have never made a video on the Pokemon anime, but Ash Ketchum leaving it is too big of something for me to not share my thoughts on. How do you all feel about Ash leaving and getting new protagonists? Reply to this tweet with your thoughts and you could be in today's video. I don't know if I'll be able to read all of these, but we'll kind of see how many we can get through. Later here saying just make her a travel partner and I won't care. Honestly, Iono, if she was a part of this new anime with these new protagonists, I would be watching every day too. Anthony saying, I feel both happy and sad. Happy that Ash's journey is ending on a good note, and it's time for a new protagonist, but also sad that he's leaving, mainly because Hoenn and Sinnoh animes were a big part of my childhood. Yeah, it seems like that's going to be the big thing that a lot of people are saying. Karma saying, I'm happy and sad also. Sad because I grew up with him and I actually liked him as a character. He was my role model back when I was younger. I'm also happy that his journey is going to be over because he can rest. Excited for new protagonists. Yeah, there's just so many things that they can do. Forrest is saying, I have very fond memories of watching the anime in my childhood, truly the end of an era. Max is saying, I think the new protagonist will be fine, but I grew up watching Ash go through his journey and stuff, so seeing him grow and finally becoming the Pokemon master he's always wanted to be, now that it's done, it's really kind of bittersweet. Exactly, it just feels like that for everyone. Butter is saying, as iconic as Ash is, I think this will get me to watch the new anime because it's a clean, fresh restart, not the same type of stuff that we've been seeing for years, and I think it's nice to have a new character develop. Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing too, like it can go both ways. Like there's definitely going to be some people now who maybe did not care for Ash at all, who are now going to get really connected with these new protagonists, and maybe you're going to watch the Pokemon anime even more. It's definitely possible that that could happen. I mean, I kind of felt like that when the Pokemon Origins anime came out and they had like Red in that. I got so invested into the Pokemon Origins anime, like I watched all of those episodes. So if they can have like a really cool new relatable protagonist, I feel like maybe a lot more people could actually watch that. So it'll be interesting to see. A lot of people saying gonna miss him. I have mixed feelings. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's kind of like a bittersweet type of thing, like someone else here is saying too, like for everyone, where you're sad because you grew up with him and he's such a big important part of everyone's lives, but then at the same time it's exciting to see what's going to happen after, right? Pepsi Girl is saying, it's always sad to see a big part of my childhood go, but it's better to leave on a high note than to potentially ruin him. Perhaps he did catch all of them, all of our hearts. Yeah, I mean, that's also another thing, is like maybe if they just kept Ash going on and on and on forever, like they could have just made his writing get really bad and they could have just made him worse. So honestly, if he's becoming like the Pokemon World Champion here and they can end everything on a high note with these 11 episodes that wrap everything up nicely, I can't really be too disappointed. Like, it's sad that a big part of my childhood is leaving, but at the same time, it'll be interesting to see what goes on after. I mean, Bun here is saying, it's definitely sad given that I grew up with him, but it needed to happen. Ash becoming world champion put him in a position where it will be hard to continue his story. All things considered, I still am excited for the new protagonist, but I'm just in for the ride. Exactly. Like, I'm probably going to look at the new episodes too, just to see what they kind of do with the brand new characters and what direction they're going for, but it is very sad. I mean, you see right here, worst timeline ever. I grew up so used to him and stuff. Like, a lot of people devastated. Like, a lot of people are just very sad to see such a iconic character with Pokemon Go, regardless of if you liked him or not. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much seeming to like how it's going to be with everyone's thoughts here, where a lot of people are kind of just bittersweet about it, excited to see what could happen in the future, but just sad because such a big important part of your childhood is being wrapped up. I mean, Ash and Serena are trending here right now. The final chapter of Ash and Pikachu's story is just kind of insane and surreal to see this actually happen. And they've been around for so many years, like, you know, over 2 decades, but it really all is finally going to come to an end. But yeah, there you go, guys. Those are pretty much all of my thoughts about Ash Ketchum leaving the Pokemon anime and everything being wrapped up. If you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click that like button and also comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this. How do you guys feel about all this information? Are you somebody who watches the Pokemon anime a lot? What are your takes on how you feel about Ash Ketchum leaving it and getting new protagonists and everything? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.